Okay, inshallah. Sorry, I missed. Okay, okay, inshallah. I'm just quickly going to summarize what we covered. Sorry, I forgot to record. So today, inshallah, what we will cover is my last lessons. The part I didn't cover. So we will cover murakkab, which is phrases. We will cover two things: murakkab idafi and murakkab tawsifi. And inshallah, we will cover the second part, which Maulana Qamar unfortunately couldn't finish, which is Jumla Fi'liya. And the last section we will cover is Dhamir. If we can't come to Dhamir and it's too much, meaning it's difficult for the brothers, inshallah, we'll just stop in these two. Mainly, we will cover two. Right? We shouldn't be covering three, but because I didn't cover that one lesson, so we might be covering this area. So inshallah, murakkab obviously means phrases. When there's two words together, it means murakkab. Okay, because I've said this before, I'm just going to summarize this page. So murakkab means phrases. So we're looking at two phrases, idafi and tawsifi, but we'll start with idaf. So mudaf and mudaf ilay are the two important words. Mudaf means possession. Mudaf ilay means the possessor. So possession belongs to him. That's why they added the extra word ilay. Possession belongs to him. So the owner, basically. So in Arabic, like in English, you can say the man's pen. His, what is it like that? Okay, the man's pen. The man is who in Arabic? What do we call the man in Arabic? The man. Is he mudaf?
Mudaf ilay.
Yes, mudaf ilay. So the mudaf ilay in English can come first, the man's pen. At the same time, it can come after, so book of Zaid. But in Arabic, you cannot do that. In Arabic, the mudaf ilay will always come second. Look, qalamu Zaydin, qalamu rajul, the pen of the man. Qalamu Nadim, hatifu Nadim, kitabu Zaydin. So now you've done last week mubtada khabar. So I'm just going to give you an example. So if the word like this comes, like example, let's say, make it this side, make it a bit big. Okay, so even with that harakat, because remember the harakat shows you the sign. So the word kitab like this comes, and you can say walad. Walad would be better. Now this is walad Zaid, then Zaid walad. Yes. So last week what you guys did was mubtada and khabar. Mubtada is the subject, the main guy. Khabar is the news, the information. Mubtada always comes first, generally, most of the time. Mubtada comes first and the information comes second, okay? But in Arabic, you've done that mudaf ilay. The mudaf ilay always comes first or second?
Mudaf ilay always second.
Yes. So let me one more time. The mudaf ilay will always come second. It can never come first. Yeah? Is everyone following?
Yes.
Now, if I see this, now there's no harakah. Now, what would be the translation? Okay, I'm going to explain this one, inshallah. Look, the word walad comes first. Now, is walad a boy and Zaid? Now, boy Zaid. Now, is boy a descriptive word, or is it a subject or a person or like an actual being? Meaning, like, can the word boy, out of the two words, boy and Zaid, who seems to be the more important person? Who seems to be, okay, the information will be about him? Is it boy or Zaid? Zaid. So Zaid guy is basically the main person. Okay. Now in mubtada khabar, what did you do? That the mubtada will be first. The subject will be first. So will this sentence be a mubtada khabar?
No.
No, because the subject, the main person, is not first. It's walad. So now you've just done that in mudaf ilay, the main person, the main subject, the main whatever, who we're speaking about regarding him, where will he come? First or second?
Second.
Second. So here, what do we see? Zaid, the main person, is second. So even without haraka, I can tell this is a mudaf ilay, because boy Zaid, okay, this is the boy of Zaid. Zaydin. Oops. Zaydin. Waladu Zaydin. Okay? Here, the main guy Zaid is first. Yeah, different colors. The main guy is Zaid. So Zaid is coming first and the boy is coming second. So now I can tell that the word Zaid, Zaydun, waladun. Zaid is a child. Get it?
Yeah.
Can understand now? I'll give you another example. Okay, what does that say? Can anyone? Okay, I'll add the word haraka. Okay,
Rabbil Alameen.
yes. Now, in this one, we'll color the word red. Who is the main subject? Rob means Lord. Alameen means the universe.
The universe. The universe.
Okay. Okay, and actually, no, actually, you know what? I'll miss this example with it. It might get confusing. I'll give you another example. Okay, let's do kitab. Okay, now Muhammad, yeah, Muhammad. Yeah, okay. Now, who is the main subject in this sentence?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. So, is this mudaf ilay or mubtada khabar? What do you think?
Mudaf ilay.
Well done, very good. Okay, does everyone understand that? Any questions? Don't really need my phone to be honest. Okay, any questions, everyone?
No.
Okay, let me do this one. Okay. Okay. I'll do Zaid again. Let's do Umar. Okay. Okay. Now Umar is Umar and Kabir. Big. So which one's the main guy? Umar or Big?
Umar. Umar.
So if Umar is big, so what kind of sentence is this? Is mudaf ilayh or mubtada khabar?
Mubtada khabar.
Yes. So everyone understanding, inshallah? So we'll just go back to, I'll just give you a few examples, but we'll go back to the main lesson, inshallah. So as you can see, the first point I was trying to say is that mudaf ilayh. Mudaf means possession, mudaf ilayh is the possessor. The mudaf will always obviously be first, and the mudaf ilayh will be second one. Now rules, mudaf never gets alif lam or tanween. So the word mudaf, make it bigger, mudaf can never get alif lam. If it's alif lam, automatically I can say it's not mudaf ilayh automatically. So it's a sign of it of being, it's an issue. Okay. Number two is, let me just put here so it's easier. Okay. So automatically this causes a problem. Having alif lam is a problem. Coloring problem. Number two is tanween. If you use double tanween, it's a problem again. Tanween is double fatha, double kasra, double dhamma. That would be a problem again. Okay. So alif lam and tanween. Mudaf never gets alif lam or tanween. Go back now. Any questions? Okay. Mudaf ilayh is always majroor, always kasra. Alamu rajuli hatifu nadimin kitabu zaydin. Always thingy. You get it? So like example, Rabbil Alameen. Actually, forget that example. It's getting more confusing. Okay, you understand, everyone?
Ustad, in your last lesson, you sent a video. I didn't get the chance to see it. Did you cover that majroor thing? The majroor, you're saying the majroor. Last week also, Ustad Kamar was saying majroor and this. Did you cover?
Yeah, I'll cover.
I
did cover it last lesson, but I'll cover it again today, inshallah. Okay.
Okay, Ustad, sorry, and then I'll don't need to cover it. I'll
it's
have
gonna
a
be
look
covered
at the
now.
video.
It's gonna be covered here anyway.
All
Okay, so we're gonna leave mudaf ilayh now. Yeah, everyone okay with that? Happy? Mudaf ilayh. So the main three rules are mudaf, or the important points is mudaf means possession, mudaf ilayh is the possessor. Mudaf is always first, mudaf ilayh is second. Mudaf has alif lam, never gets alif lam, never gets tanween. Mudaf ilayh is always kasra, majroor. Okay, so now we can go to murakabat tawsifi.
Yes.
Okay, now murakabat tawsifi or mawsuf sifa, these are the two words. Sifa means quality, and mawsuf means the person being described. Okay, so sifa is a description, and mawsuf is the person being described. Now, Mawsuf Sifa has to have 4 things common. They have to be, all of them have to be the same. Okay, I'rab and Halat. Now, this one, I'm just going to quickly explain it again. So what does I'rab and Halat mean? Okay, so in Arabic, okay, you'll do that. Every word has three states. Yeah, 3 states. Rafa, or you can call it marfu, nasab, mansub, or jar. Majroor, same thing. So add ma. So rafa, mar, fu, fu.
So halat rafa is marfu.
Yeah. Halat rafa is
Nasab?
marfu. Halat nasab is mansub. Halat jar is majroor. You can call it both. They all the same thing. Rafa, or just keep it to rafa nasab.
Okay.
So that's what they are.
Halat
So
rafa is marfur.
yeah.
Nasab is manjur and jar is
Majroor.
majroor. Okay.
And this one's mansub. Okay. I'll type it up inshallah and I'll send that again. Okay. So what does jar, nasab, and rafa mean? Rafa basically when he has a dhamma. So Zaydun is rafa because he has dhamma. Waladun is rafa. So he has, I'm sorry, rafa because he has dhamma. Jar is when it's kasra. So this is jar. And nasab is when it has fatha.
Fatha,
So,
yeah.
for example, if it's kitaba, what happens when you twist and change from thingy. So this one will be mansub because it's nasab. That's it pretty much. But basically, in summary, I'rab and halat means basically the haraka. If it's fatha dhamma kasra, that's what it means. The red one means basically they have to be the same. So in our example here, can you see both of them are kasra? Kitabi, abyadi, mashhur, rajulu, mashhuru, bintun, saghiratun, kitaba, siyaratani, kabiratani. Get it? It can't be kitabi, abyada. It won't work. It won't be mawsuf sifa. It won't be a descriptive word and a description. Okay, does everyone follow?
Yes.
Yeah, and again here, most of the time, if not 80%, I would say 100%, Mawsuf will always come first and Sifa comes second. So it's like Mubtada Khabar. So this is similar to Mubtada Khabar, but Khabar is just a bit different. So like Khabar is not Marifa. It's generally Nakira. The Khabar will always be this Nakira without Alif Lam. For example, if I translated this, it would be, example, book is white. The book is white, but now it would be white book. If I take away fi, example, I just kept it to this kitab abyad, it would be white. Okay, white book doesn't give you information. It tells you about something. It's a subject. So, example, the red book is in the shelf. You get it? The red book is that's the subject, and in the shelf is the khabar. You get it? Al kitab al abyad fil maktaba. The white book is in the maktaba library. Okay.
Yes.
Everyone understanding? So number one is that the halat, the harakat has to be the same. So as you can see, it's kasra, both have to be the same. Gender, both are masculine. As you can see, there's no sign of feminine or feminine signs. Here, the word bint means girl, so obviously it's feminine. So that's why we had to add saghiratun. Otherwise, the word saghir is also a word. Because of the previous word, we had to add saghir. Then sayyaratan, kabiratan. So sayyaratan, tan is otherwise it would have been kabiran, because it's feminine. We had to add the tan. Okay. So number 2 is gender, has to be the same. Number 3, number. So if this is kitabun abyad 1. If it was kitabani, it would be abyadani. Abyadani. Yeah. Abyadani. Abyadani, tabani. Understand, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so the numbers have to be the same. Put example like that. Rajulan, mashhuran, bintan, saghiratan, and now obviously I give you example of 2 because sayyaratani, kabiratan. You can't say sayyaratan, kabiratun. You have to have the same numbers. And the last one is if it's marifa or nakira. They both have to be the same. So here, as you can see, this is nakira, that hasn't got alif lam. This has no alif lam too. This one has alif lam, this one has alif lam, this one doesn't have alif lam, so this one won't have alif lam. If I put alif lam, it's not going to work. It won't be marifa nakira. Sorry, mawsuf sifat. Okay. So does everyone understand, inshallah? Should I give more examples or elaborate one more time?
So I didn't get it. The last point for being marifa and nakira.
Yeah. So both words have to be. If one word is marifa, then the second word has to be marifa.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll give you examples. So
That to be the same.
Yeah, they all have to be the same. So this word here, this is kitab. The book is the subject, isn't it? The mawsuf, the main guy. Mawsuf is the main guy, right? The person who's being described. So the book is mawsuf, the person who is being described, or the thing being described. And abyad is the sifa, is the description. Now the mawsuf, the book is so in English it would be the white. Oh, sorry, like I'll say in the book, the white. That's how you do it in like Arabic would be like that. You can't say the book white. It has to be the book, the white. Let me take the word in now. So the book, the white. The book, the white. If you take away the from the white, it becomes book is white. That's not sifa. It's not a descriptive word. It's a sentence. It's giving you information. It's mubtada khabar. It's not what's it called? Mawsuf sifat anymore. Get it? Mawsuf sifat, even though there are two words, it can become one word. It can become a mubtada. Get it? Actually, the whole mawsuf sifat together is a mubtada. It becomes like one word. Yes, Evan?
Sheikh.
Yes.
Sheikh, I missed a few bits, so I'll probably watch the video, catch up.
Yeah, no problem, inshallah. No problem. Okay, so does everyone understand that bit? Okay, so these are the 4 areas we have to cover. Okay, when did we start? We needed 30 minutes up. Okay, does everyone understand, everyone, inshallah? Anyone? This is one of the hardest. Mawsuf sifa is one of the hardest because you have to remember so much. You have to remember all 4. But generally, the harakat, the end harakat. What do we mean by harakat? Harakat basically means the last zubar zer pesh dhamma fatha kasra on the word, the last letter. So example, ba, lam, ta, and this one. Okay, it's not the whole word. The whole, like kita will always be kita. This never changes. It's always the last letter always changes. Yeah, this always is affected by whatever's behind it or before it. The natural state is dhamma. Wherever then fatha and kasra is always made. You've done it that fatha kasra is always made by harf jar, and as you can see here, mudaf ilayh. So these are generally the only 2 things that will make anything kasra, mudaf ilayh and harf jar. You know the one, the fi, ila, ala. You've done that before, right? Okay. Hopefully I'm not confusing you guys and everyone understands. Yes? Please, can you ask questions?
Okay.
Everyone understand? No, I'm talking shit. Is anyone else? I'm going to stop 1 second. Quickly ask everyone. Did everyone understand that? Sheikh Abu Hussein? Sheikh Hassan? Everyone? Note 9, Sheikh? Sheikh Hashimi?
Yeah, I think note 9 is Brother Ismail. I think.
Oh, Sheikh Ismail. Everyone understood?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I don't know why it's hiding his name.
Okay, everyone understood then. Bismillah, that's great. Okay, I just for the brothers that came late, and I will send it on the group, that the main purpose at this moment is that we cover the main rules, so we have an idea of the words. So if I hear the word mawsuf sifa, mudaf, mudaf ilayh, I have a brief idea. I don't have to remember all the rules here because Maulana Qamar, when you do qasas, he will go through them in the book, and at the same time, I'm going to go over all the rules again, and I don't need to spend a lot of time in explaining each concept. I will just do a lot of examples and just quick rules. So we're just going to build on the same rules again and again. Okay, inshallah. So if you're worried, let me know. Give us that worry so we know where to help you out, inshallah. Because remember, this course isn't just coverage. It's more like we need to develop. We need to make sure everyone is understanding. That's why I'm not really that fast. If you miss, like, I mean, it's best not to miss, but if you do miss for a reason, then inshallah, if you can watch the videos, it should be good. Okay, inshallah. Okay, so we have 10 minutes left, inshallah, then this lesson will finish. Okay, so does everyone understand now? We're gonna go to the next area. Okay, Next area isn't too
Okay.
hard. This is one of the hardest. Murakkab, both of them are very difficult. Okay, inshallah. Now, part 2, sentences starting with a fi'l. A fi'l. Okay, verb. Okay, so basically, sentences generally have 2-3 parts. Okay, generally. Sometimes it can only have 2, sometimes it has the third one. So number 1, okay, as you done last week, isn't it? You've done Jumla Ismiya, sentence which starts with the ism and mubtada khabar, the subject and the information. Now we're going to do fi'liya. So when a Jumla starts with a sentence starts with a verb. So number 1 is verb, fi'al. Number 2 is the action or the doer, the thing doing the action or the doer of the action. So fa'il, fa'al, fa'il, and the done upon, the thing that receives the action. Okay, receive the action, maf'ul. So again, one more time, fa'il means verb, fa'il means doer, and maf'ul means the person upon whom it's done. So I'm just going to use the word verb, doer, and done. The person, I mean, it just sounds long if I say the person it has been done upon. I'm just going to use the word done. Okay. So number 1, the fa'il, the verb. Okay. Now the verb, obviously, it can be past tense and future tense. It can be both. I mean, it depends which one you're trying to, your sentence depends if you're trying to explain something in the past tense and in the future tense. Okay. So this example it can be in the first tense, past tense called madi, daraba, he hit. You don't have to remember all of these. We will cover these anyway later. Okay. So daraba, he hit, or in the present tense, yadribu, he will hit or is hitting. Okay. So in English, you have 3, isn't it, tense? You have past, mid, present, and future. In Arabic, you have the 3 tenses, but you only have 2 scales. You have the past tense scale and the present and future tense scale. It's both. This mudari covers both, and we will cover this later, inshallah. The actual the verb, the verb subject or the verb like area, it has its own subject. It's called sarf. It's quite detailed. So we will cover this later, inshallah. But at the moment, you just need to remember that the word fi'l means verb. Okay, inshallah. Number 2, the doer of the action, the fa'il. Okay. Generally, the fa'il comes after the verb. Okay. This I'm just going to skip for now. Sometimes the verb is hidden inside the actual, sometimes the fa'il is hidden and not physically present. It's not there sometimes. Okay. Sometimes it's not there. It's like a pronoun. Okay. We will cover this later. At the moment, just keep it. You don't have to remember this at the moment. We will cover it when we cover this actual pronouns, what pronouns are. Okay, so the fa'il always or generally comes after the verb. So similar to what? Mubtada khabar or mudaf mudaf ilayh.
Okay.
The fa'il comes after the verb. So what is it similar to? Mubtada khabar or mudaf mudaf ilayh?
Mudaf ilay.
Yes. Now why? Because mudaf ilayh, mudaf is the thing or the object. The mudaf ilayh is the actual person, the main subject. In mubtada khabar, the mubtada was always the subject, the main guy, and the khabar was always later. I'm just going to quickly give you an example because everyone was a bit slow on that. So waladu Zayd, mudaf mudaf ilayh. Walad is the actual thing, Zayd is the main guy. Kitab, Bu Muhammad. Kitab was the actual item, book. Muhammad is the guy, the main person. Zayd, so this would be Zayd's book, son of Zayd, book of Muhammad. Here, Zayd is the main person and Walad is the actual subject of information. So Zayd is a boy. Now, how did I translate this as Zayd is a boy? Okay, so now I can forget that for now. Umar is the main person and Kabir is the information. So Umar is big. So this is mubtada khabar. This line is mubtada khabar. This is mudaf mudaf ilayh. Because mudaf ilayh always comes second. Okay.
So the second line is mubtada khabar, Sheikh.
Yeah, mubtada khabar. So okay. Now here the question arises, as I said, why is this mubtada khabar and why isn't it mawsuf sifa? Can anyone give me an answer? So what I'll do for you guys, I'll add all 4 of those rules. And they have to be the same. Okay, these are the things they have to be the same in. Okay. I'll just indicate that it's not the first one. That's all I'll say. It's one of these two. Okay. So this line, is this mawsuf sifa? No, this is mubtada khabar. Now, why is this mubtada khabar? So number one is the gender. Are they both the same gender? Zaidun, Zaid is boy, waladun is that masculine or feminine? Anyone?
Masculine.
Masculine. Now, why is this not feminine? Because there's no ta. Yeah. Okay, so that's why it's masculine. So this is take. Oh, both the same. Number two, number. Zaid is one guy. Walad is how many? Plural.
One.
Two. One. So tick. Oh, sorry. Tick. So they're both the same in this color. Okay, the last one is Marifa Nakira. Zaid is what? Marifa or Nakira?
It's a name, so
It's Marifa. Yeah,
Marifa.
it's specific. Waladun, is this Marifa or Nakira?
It's Nakira. I think.
Nakira, because it hasn't got alif lam. So that's why,
Yeah.
because one of them, now this is the area
It
where
would be
it's
a-
failed. Failed. Arab,
Yeah.
Dhamma, pass. So failed here, so that means this can never be Mawsuf Sifat because you failed in one of the areas which is alif lam. So that's why it automatically becomes Mubtada Khabar. Zaid is a boy rather than Zaid the boy. Umar, Kabir, same reason. So Umar is Marifa, Kabir is Nakira. But in terms of number, they're both the same. In terms of gender, the same. And in terms of Haraka, they're both the same. Okay? All right then. And this one, why is this Marifa Nakira? Because number one, this is Dhamma and this is Kasra. Then the Arab itself is fail.
Gone.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna, that was just obviously a quick example of Marifa Nakira. So let's go back to Jumla Fi'liya. Now, a fi'li is obviously a verb. So the verb can be past tense, daraba, or present and future, yadribu. You don't have to remember that at this moment, inshallah. And the fa'il is the person who does the action, and the fa'il is generally after. The word, where is the word he? Okay, oh no, actually that comes, it's past. Okay, that's with this one. Yellow. Not as much important at the moment. The last one. The fa'il is in the state of rafa. Rafa means, what does rafa mean? Dhamma, innit, right?
Dhamma, yeah.
Rafa means dhamma.
Rafa
So
means
the
dhamma,
fa'il
yeah.
is always dhamma.
Dhamma.
Okay. So here are two things you really need to remember about fa'il. That the fa'il is always after the verb. Always after the verb. Yeah, comes after. Okay, I'll just say usually comes after the verbs. Very rare cases you'll find it earlier, but most of the time the general rule is it's always after the verb. And number two is that it's always rafa. Okay. Number three is this word maf'ul, the person who is done upon. Now he's not always mentioned in sentences. He's sometimes mentioned in sentences. Okay, when there's a need. Sometimes you don't need a maf'ul. So like example, Nadim did sajda. Sajda Nadim. Sajda verb. Nadim is fa'il, the doer. I don't need a maf'ul. I don't need a subject or something I did something on because I just did sajda. Okay, so sometimes you don't need maf'ul. But in the case we do need maf'ul, then the maf'ul is obviously the one whose the action is done upon. And maf'ul is in the state of nasab, which is reflected with the fatha. Okay, then generally the maf'ul is found at the later part or latter part of the sentence, is normally at the end. Daraba Zaydun Amran. Daraba verb, Zaydun, the actual doer, halatul rafa, both has dhamma. And Amran is the maf'ul because he has nasab. Okay, now obviously this lesson is going to finish in 1 minute. I'm just going to close this lesson and open a new tab, inshallah, and then slowly explain this again one more time. Okay, inshallah. Is everyone okay with that?
Okay.
Okay, so we have
The
20 minutes.
same link will come, same link.
I think so. It should be.